Show Mod here. In case you're wondering why I'm recording in what looks like a bathroom, it's because I am in the bathroom of my hotel. I'm still here at my conference. I won't be getting home till Sunday, but I will be home for Sunday Night Heat with Ben Daniel. Gotta tell you folks, man, appreciate y'all continued support of the channel. I know it's been a little bit dry this week for mine in terms of content. Done my best. It's been a bit difficult because I do have a baby in the room and I can't record late night like I usually do. And there's not really a location in this hotel for me to do so at 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. But anyhow, I'm here to talk about this credentialing thing. And I'm talking about it again because I saw some comments that I thought were kind of funny. And there were comments that were on my video when I said I did not get credentialed for today's basketball game. Right now it is 12 a.m. So today being Saturday, 3 p.m. is today for the Indiana-New York game. The component of this is that people look. I applied for a credential because I actually want to cover the team, like legitimately want to cover the team, and I know I am a critical individual of everything. Like that's just how I'm built. I don't sit here like number one. YouTube is not a place of incredible positivity. In case you've watched videos, there are very few videos that are just complimentary of everything. And if there are, you have these prank videos, you have these silly dating videos, you have, the knowledge videos. I'm not doing geography 101. I'm talking about sports here. And when I see great play, I compliment great play. When I see shit play, I talk about shit play. Like, it's just the way it is. This is sports. And one of the biggest things I'm noticing in the WNBA in coverage is that no one talks about the shit play. Real media, they stay away from it. The only person that talked about anything was Christine Brennan, and everyone's afraid of her. They try to get rid of her. And so, yeah, I'm gonna request a credential and see what the hell they're talking about. But let's talk about this because, and I haven't even done the intro to this video because I'm just gonna be talking on this one because when I see certain comments, people like, you don't know me. You think you know me, but you don't know me. You might think, because you watch the videos, and I appreciate your support of the channel. I genuinely do. But there's some comments that are cornball as fuck, bluntly. I've covered college, high school, and professional sports. Understand, high school, college, and professional sports for over 15 years professionally. I've covered for major newspapers, major websites. I cover the BKFC people in person. I am a credentialed journalist at BKFC events. I am a credentialed journalist for Dirty Boxing. I just got the credentials for this weekend's event that I cannot go to, but I got credentialed for that event. The UFC has not credentialed me yet because I don't have a big enough following yet, but I've been credentialed for other organizations, professional fighting organizations. I was credentialed for upwards of a decade covering University of Miami men's basketball, women's basketball, football, baseball. Every sport they did, I was credentialed to cover at that school. I had a website that did not get anywhere near the traction. And it was a website that we designed, that me and my partners designed. We got a deal with ESPN. ESPN didn't provide a shit other than a logo. They weren't credentialing ESPN for this thing. They were credentialing us because they knew who we were because we've been covering them under scout.com. Again, scout.com is a recruiting website. So I worked for Scout, Rivals, 24/7 Sports. Like you name these organizations, I've written for them for years. The Miami Herald, the Sun Sentinel, various papers across the country. I'm just putting this out there because when I see a comment saying, "Oh well, you're not nice. You said someone's garbage. You said this, or they don't know you, or something like." Bro, that's not how credentialing works in sports, people. That's not how it works. You think anyone at freaking BKFC knew who the fuck I was when I asked for my credential? No, they didn't know anybody there. You think anyone at Dirty Boxing knew who the fuck I was? This is their second event. Mike Perry is the guy in charge. John Jones is involved in this shit. Like these are high level fucking fighters. They don't know me at all. I've never met Mike Perry. I've never met John Jones. I submitted a credential request. Organizations who want coverage will grant you credentials. Organizations that do not want coverage, they won't. And that is the WNBA. And that's the whole point of the video, was that to see that even a team that I stroke constantly, Yes, I'm critical of Lexi Hull. Yes, I've been critical of Aaliyah Boston. Yes, I've been critical of Stephanie White. Yes, I've been critical of Christy Zides. Yes, I have glazed Caitlin Clark, and I love Caitlin Clark, but there are things that Caitlin Clark has done that I have criticized as well. I'm watching sports for the sport. If you can't take criticism as a professional athlete, you should not be one. And if your league cannot take coverage from legitimate fucking reporters who have a degree in print journalism, which I possess. Oh, by the way, I covered Florida State when I was at school there for the FSU newspaper. I covered FIU sports for the FIU newspaper when I went to school there. So I've covered and I've coached. I mean, like my background that you question in comments, you can question it all day. I promise you this. I have more experience. I've also written for Sports Illustrated as well. So I have more experience. I can promise you this, than 90% of the people covering the WNBA. But I don't say, oh, it's amazing. It's beautiful. I don't sit here and fucking glaze it when DJ Carrington's fucking raking someone over the fucking eyes. I don't glaze it and put and cast it aside like it doesn't happen. Like it's not weird that Stephanie White takes a day off for a personal matter and one day later is back to work. I'm not going to cast it aside that DeWanna Bonner is now taking a personal time off. Like, for what is this league? And they're never going to answer that question. But tell me, is anyone going to ask the question about why they cut Ari McDonald? They'll ask it softly. Is anyone going to ask them, why would you cut Ari McDonald when you don't have a backup point guard? When she was the one that was actually playing point guard more than fucking Sydney Colson. She was probably the second best player on the team over the past week. And in fact, if you want to be real, she's the reason that they won the game over the freaking Washington Mystics. She's the reason. And they cut her. And all of y'all agree that they shouldn't have cut her. But do you think there's someone there that's going to respond? Ask the question in that fucking press conference and sit here and say, why didn't you cut Bree Turner? No, they don't have the stones to do it because they're there to be puppets and shills. So when people tell me, oh, they don't know you, it doesn't matter if you don't know me. My podcast, whatever it is, has over 10,000 subscribers. Is it the biggest podcast? Fuck no, obviously not. But I can tell you this, I got more journalistic experience. I got more journalism experience than any one of these podcasts that you're talking about, that you're watching, with all respect to all of them. Writing experience. Just so you know, I'm having a website built. I know it's way past due. I'm having an entire website built. It'll be done I literally got the freaking format today. It'll be built in the next 7 to 10 days. So a lot of my videos are going to be coupled in a Sports Illustrated format, similar to Robin Lundberg, who does great work, but he only covers Indiana. I'm covering everything. So I'm going to have written stories integrated, embedded with videos, the whole nine. So you can get written versions of videos as well. Because I'm trying to make a media company. That's what I'm building to. The podcast was the beginning. Having a media company is my goal. Because I have this background in journalism. I love to write. And if you sit here and tell me, oh, well, you called someone garbage. Who fucking cares? They call fucking LeBron James all kinds of bullshit on ESPN. Does it stop them from giving Stephen A. Smith credentials to games? I don't care what his cachet is. I don't give a shit. They're hypercritical of that guy, and these people get credentialed everywhere. So it's got nothing to do with being critical. Yes, would I use certain words? Would I use certain words in a written article? No, obviously not, because there's a certain professionalism to it. Of etiquette in journalism, in journalistic, integrity. We're running a podcast, folks. We're running a podcast here. It's not the same thing. Stuff that Stephen A. Smith says on his podcast, he would never dare say on ESPN. Stuff that he says on his podcast, he would never put in writing. He would never do it. Jason Whitlock, the shit he says on his fucking podcast, this guy's a fucking well-respected writer, whether they like him or not. He has been one forever. But would he say the stuff would he write the stuff he says on his podcast? No. So obviously from a written format, I'm going to be different from the podcast. The podcast will be the podcast. Yes, the video will be embedded into the freaking article. So you can watch a full 10-minute video with a write-up of a game. But folks, like, understand, I actually have a background in this. So when I'm requesting a credential, again, you say you don't know what they're some of y'all were saying you don't know what their don't even know what the word is again, what their criteria is. Bro, their criteria, folks. I covered University of Miami football and basketball. I can tell you this, on a game-by-game basis at University of Miami basketball, didn't matter who the fuck they played. You'd have 15 writers there. 15 different people would be there for 15 different media outlets at UM basketball games. Bring in Duke Blue Devils coming to Miami. There's 50. Somehow they fit 50 in there, right? Because you know what happens when you want people have demand, when there's demand, they find a way to fucking get you in there. They want coverage. Miami Hurricanes basketball wants coverage. Do not Indiana Fever. I can tell you this for a fact. Indiana Fever. There are things they don't want to say. There are things they don't want to do. And I'm going to be one to ask simple questions. Stephanie White comes back to coach. They get beaten like a drum. They score 58 points. They get beat like a drum, and no one asks a real question. Did you watch the presser? I'm going to show you because I'm going to do a recap of that presser. Because that presser was some bullshit again. Again, glazing situations, bullshit. So yeah, I'm going to fucking ask you questions. If they don't like it, then yeah, you're going to get rid of me. Whatever. You're going to take away my credentials. I'm asking you real questions. That's how the WNBA works. And there was a purpose of why I did this, because I wanted to prove that they're full of shit. Even the Indiana Fever, who I like, Caitlin Clark, who I love, they don't want coverage beyond what they got. They want people to massage them. That's just not how sports work. So what I did yesterday, after getting rejected by Indiana, I applied to damn near every team for credentials. I applied to the New York Liberty, the Atlanta Dream, the LA Sparks, the Vegas Aces, the Seattle Storm, the Minnesota Lynx, the Chicago Sky. I applied to, the only ones I didn't apply to were Connecticut and Washington. Washington. Oh, I applied to the Dallas Wings. Did I apply to Phoenix Mercury? I think I applied to them too. I think the only ones I didn't apply to were Washington and Connecticut. Everybody else I applied to go see. Everybody else. And they have a different process for every single team. Every single team. That's the truth. And you know what Atlanta's process is? Atlanta actually provides a link where you can log in, giving you information, because this is the stuff I do. This is the stuff that I do. And you go in, you log in, and they literally show you every single person who has a season credential for the team. There's 55 people with a season credential to the Atlanta Dream. You know how many people show up to their first game, their opening night game? 12. They played at Indiana twice at home. When they had Indiana in there, they had 25 to 30 for both of those games. Their other home games between 12 and 15. So when people say, oh, maybe they can't fit you, well, fit me. I'm on Zoom, bro. I'm not taking a chair. I'm on Zoom. If they didn't offer Zoom, I wouldn't even be requesting it because I can't go to the games. I don't live in any of these cities. But if you're offering people Zoom opportunity to ask questions and become a part of their media, whatever, yeah, I want to ask real questions. I want to ask real questions about this shit. Like if I'm a Dallas Swing, if I'm talking to the Dallas Swings right now, and they're 1-10 or whatever the fuck it is, and Paige Beckers is telling DJ Carrington to get out the pool because she's drunk as fuck and she's not going to sleep. And then she has more issues, whatever, when they play in Phoenix or what have you. Shouldn't that question be asked? Because they put it on social media. They thought that shit was so funny that they put it on social media. Think about that for a second. The professionalism of these players, they're not even professional and they never get called on the bullshit. So I was doing this because I wanted to put out real coverage of this league. If they don't want it, they don't want it. I'll keep doing my videos, whatever it is, it is. Whatever it is. I can write stories without having fucking press coverage, without having press credentials. I can write stories and I don't need quotes. Fuck quotes. I can write my breakdown of the game. It's all good. But when you question me as a reporter, I've been doing this for a long damn time. Yeah, I've had a stretch where I haven't been doing it, but I got back into it in the past year and a half. And now I'm building up a website. I've built up 4 different websites in my career. Four people. Seriously. Like, I've been highly involved in 4 different websites. And 2 of them ground up from me building them with mine. One that I built myself, another one that I built with 2 partners, and 2 others that I wrote for a lot as one of the main contributors of the sites. So I just want to give y'all some background, some real background on me, because I have applied now to all these other teams, and I will let you know if they say yes. I will let you know, and I look forward to having someone say yes, because if every one of them say no, then you know. Because you're offering Zoom links to people to freaking ask questions, and you don't have the decency to give a credential. I'm not taking a chair, bro. Come on now. But you'll give ESPN a credential, and they don't go to none of y'all shit. They don't go to none of y'all shit. WNBA is not covered by ESPN, people. Literally, there's no articles written about the WNBA and ESPN on a game-to-game basis. It's AP provided. The AP writes those stories. ESPN doesn't write shit. It's the truth. It's the fucking truth. Stephen A. Smith sits here and tells you for weeks, tells you in the first day, well, why haven't we been talking about the WNBA? Motherfucker, because you're the executive producer and you're not the one talking about it. It's your show. It's your show. So you didn't talk about it. I've talked about WNBA, good or bad, for almost over a year now. You can think about me, whatever you think about me, that's all good, fine and dandy. But I have written articles about previews of teams that have nothing to do with Caitlin Clark. I've done recruiting stories on women's college basketball, the transfer portal. I've done I had someone tell me on my own Facebook saying, man, it'd be great if you wrote about something other than Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. I'm like, motherfucker, have you been on my damn page? I've done over 100 videos on non-Caitlin Clark Angel Reese shit. You want to know what the problem is? People don't watch them. I've talked about Skylar Diggins, Asia Wilson, Deja Kelly, Sabrina Ionescu. I mean, fuck. Nafisa Collier, Paige Beckers, Flau'jae Johnson, Juju Watkins, Hannah Hidalgo, like AZ Fudd. I've talked about so many people, more than ESPN has. So again, I just want to give y'all real background. Y'all can think or whatever you want. It doesn't really matter to me. But when you ask things that are like, oh, your ego, dude, this isn't about ego. If they don't get it, who fucking cares? I'm not going to fucking lose sleep over it. I'm already credentialed by real organizations that want coverage of their fucking leagues, of their professional sports. And there will come a point when I do ask for credentials again to go to other events, non-WNBA. And the day that I walk away from the WNBA, hey, man, it'll be what it'll be. Don't know when that will be, but this league is a shit show, folks, and y'all know it. Y'all know it. And for all y'all who said, oh, you were mean to Lexi Hall, you were mean to Aaliyah Boston. Lexi Hall had 0 points on Tuesday. What'd y'all say? Nothing. But when she played well, you know what I said? I said she played well. Did I not? Do I need to? I'm not apologizing for my opinion of her skills. When Aaliyah Boston looked like trash and unrivaled, I said it. Big fucking deal. You didn't like it? I don't care. When Aaliyah Boston started off the season playing great, I said it. I commended her. I gave her kudos. I gave her flowers. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. And I'm not here to appease you. I'm here to give my fucking opinion, whether you like it or not. This is how I roll. I said Angel Reese looked really good in Unrivaled. You know what she looked like when she got back to the league? Like fucking dog shit. So guess what? You were right. I was wrong. Oh my God, big fucking deal. Some of y'all were right, and some of y'all, because there were other people than me that thought that she would be better. Other people thought she would be better because of what we saw in Unrivaled. And she's been complete and utter horse shit. Trash. Worse than last year. So it is what it is, man. But I do want to bring you better coverage. I want to bring you more inside shit. That's one of the other reasons I want credentials. So, folks, this is what WNBA does. They don't want people there. They don't want people talking about their league. They just don't. They just don't. But, I'll keep trying. And I do have credential requests, and every one of them is different. So there was one where you could just request all the games you want, other where you're going to request up to 3 games, another when you request game by game. I mean, I'm gonna keep at it, man. But we'll see what happens. I will bet you. I will bet this right now. That if someone says yes, it's gonna be the Minnesota Lynx, the New York Liberty. Watch, you'll see. Atlanta Dream, I would love to cover them. I like their team. I can't stand their part owner, but I like their team. I told y'all that beginning in the preview. Atlanta would be good, and they've been good. Was wrong as fuck about Dallas. I've been pretty wrong about Indiana so far. I also said that freaking who's it? What's it team? I mean, the Lynx, obviously, the Liberty, I expected to be good. The Sparks have been a problem because they've been injured, but Atlanta has been good. Like I expected them to be, but it is what it is, folks, man. I appreciate y'all continued support. I'm trying to bring y'all the best content, man. So, but I want to give y'all real background on me because I have a degree in journalism. I have covered thousands when you add up all the high school, college football games, high school and college basketball games, professional soccer. I mean, professional fights, like you name it. I've covered thousands, folks. Since I'm 47 years old. I've been doing this since I was 19. Since I was 19, bro. But anyhow, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. What do you think? I mean, I'm hoping I get them, and I hope to bring them to you. I hope to bring you real coverage, and you hear me in the damn background asking the question, a real question, actually ask them about basketball. And we'll see what happens. But again, y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment. Let me know y'all thoughts. This is Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Come on now.